Hi there guys, and welcome to the Midlands Regionals. Keep going.
I'm just looking at the time.
So, couple minutes behind schedule, but we are pretty much good to go now. So we've had a little bit of shift around on timetabling, because we thought it was 9 teams, so it's 11. So that's just added a little bit of chaos to the start of things for today. But hopefully we should have a really, really good set of matches ready to come through for you. So we're going to be moving between two courts as we play. So court 1, which is the one with the grey flooring that you can see in the background behind me here. Court 1 will be hosting all of the Midlands matches. Might sound a little confusing, but don't worry. We've got 3 visiting teams with us from Southern Region, from Brighton today as well, and all of their matches are going to be played, so the matches against the visitors are going to be played on Court 2, which has a black floor on it. So if you're seeing a black floor on a game, it means it's a Court 2 game, so it's a visitors game. If it's a grey floor, then it's a Midlands game, so it's one of the local tournament ones. Now, the difference there, what it means is that because it's a Midlands regional, in terms of the bonus points for coming first, second or third place, those can only be won by the Midlands teams. So it's the winners on Court 1, so the grey court floor behind me, that are up for the bonus points, whereas the teams competing on Court 2 get match points, they get ranking points, they earn points through those matches, but they're not, but the Brighton teams there can't win the regional bonus points. So kind of hopefully that makes sense, and we'll go through it as we go. If you see any questions, drop them in chat, and we will go from there. So our opening matchups are going to be Synergy and RGN Blades on Court 1, and Warpstar and Techno playing on Court 2. Warpstar is a Midlands team, Techno is a Brighton team. So a quick flick through, see where we are. So Court 2 there, just started off, Warpstar versus Techno. Both teams really good. Warpstar is a Midlands team on the red there. Techno is a Brighton team on the blue. And Court 1 behind me is about to kick off as well. So let's drop back to our double up position. Nice early play there from Synergy, 3-0 on Court 1. Currently 4-2 there on Court 2. So Techno just doing edge there. 2 points, Warpstar fighting back well though, 20 seconds to play on Court 2. 5-2 currently up on there on Court 1 with 40 seconds played. Warpstar on Court 2 fighting back well. 3 points in, looks like it's going to be a Techno win there on Court 2 with just the last couple of seconds to play. Great little fight back there from Warpstar, finishing 6-9. Finish off here now on the Synergy. Finish off there now on the Synergy RGN. 12-3 to Synergy. It's a dominating win for Synergy against the RGN Blades RF team. So next up on Court 1. Next Court 1 game will be T-Wolves and Wolfpack. T-Wolves, Wolfpack on Court 1, T-Wolves red, Wolfpack blue. Next up on Court 2 will be No IDK. No on red, IDK on blue.
Oh, thank you.
So it is T-Wolves red, Wolfpack blue, Court 1. Okay, so nice quick openers there. So win for Synergy on Court 1 and a win for Techno on Court 2. So next up, as said, it is No versus IDK over on Court 2 and T-Wolves versus Wolfpack on Court 1. I've got someone next to me trying to figure out the timetable. Don't. It's been created by strange, archaic loops. Yeah.
Free win?
No. It just means to skip because it was a 12-team timetable, and we've got 11 teams.
No, free win.
So it just means it's a skip game.
Win.
You'll win more. Don't worry. No IDK next. Then it will be Warpstar versus the Boss on court 2 after that. And Titans versus T-Wolves on court 1. So again, a couple of rapid sort of turnarounds there for different teams. But so we'll try and keep it as we go, as sane as we can as we go. Just looking in chat. Yes, Dan. Obviously, I can't discuss it while we're on stream for this tournament. There's been a lot of investigation on our side because it's an issue with once we start delving into it, a vast amount of nuance on it, and it's very important for us for refereeing going forward in order to give our referees a really clear view of what to do on that. And we're pretty much at the end of that investigation, and we'll be sending you guys all a full update on that. So court 2 is just getting ready now for the game No on red versus IDK on blue. Again, No one of the Midlands teams, IDK one of the visiting Brighton teams. Court 1 getting set up for T-Wolves versus Wolfpack. T-Wolves on red, Wolfpack on blue. Okay, just waiting for our last of our players to get themselves logged and ready. Okay, so we are ready to go on court 1. Okay, straight firepower there on court 1, and it's all firepower on court 2 as well. First point on the board there for Wolfpack on court 1. 2 points on the board so far for IDK on court 2. Second point on for Wolfpack on court 1, playing really well against T-Wolves. They're against T-Wolves. They've lost the last couple of encounters against them, so Wolfpack really on drive here to try and get a win this time. IDK starting to dominate though on court 2 against Team No. Team No with a point on the board though, so doing well at this stage. 6-1. T-Wolves fighting back against Wolfpack here. They've flipped the scoreline on court 1, so a 3-2 lead at 30 seconds. See if Wolfpack can pull this back, get another point on the board. 3-all now on court 1. 4-3. T-Wolves fighting back again. 20 seconds to play. Court 2, dominating performance currently from IDK. 11 points to 2 there with 20 seconds remaining. 5-4 here on court 1. Court 1's definitely the closest game here. 10 seconds on the clock. 5 points apiece. Either team can take this now. A little bit of luck either way is all it's going to take. 3 seconds. 2, 1. And they're going to overtime on court 1. Court 2, in the last couple of seconds there. 5 points to 15. Controlling win there for IDK, but great performance from Team No. IDK, a very, very difficult team to score points again, and getting 5 on the board against them is an achievement in itself. 6-5. Wolfpack take it in overtime. 6 points to 5.
Court 2 when you're ready.
So next up, it's looking like Warpstar Boss on court 2, followed by Titans T-Wolves on court 1.
Are you able to keep track of the scores of both courts?
That's what I'm doing.
Thank you. Just because she's writing them down, but
Yeah.
I'd rather use it.
Yep.
Thank you. Titans T-Wolves.
Okay, guys. So great performance there. And said the last few matchups between T-Wolves and Wolfpack there have gone to T-Wolves. So Wolfpack very, very happy with themselves for finally getting a match back there. Blue player 4 performing phenomenally there. 5 knockouts. Really, really good play from them. With 54% accuracy. So Blue 4 really, really taking that over the line for their team there. Excellent play though from both teams in a really, really closely fought battle. And court 2, that game that we saw there between No and IDK. Obviously IDK, much more experienced and stronger team, so not surprised an IDK win, but Team No landing 5 points on them was a very, very good result for them. Okay, so just wait for our teams to get themselves rigged and ready for the next games here. So we have Warpstar on red and Boss on blue, about to play on court 2, which is the court with the black court on it. And we have Titans and T-Wolves coming in here on court 1. Titans on the red, T-Wolves on blue. So that's with the grey court. So hope we should get both those games underway very, very soon. So it looks like court 2's nearly ready. Warpstar versus the Boss on court 2. Warpstar going shields. Let's see what they can do with it. Boss are a very, very hard team to land hits on and are incredibly accurate. Their teamwork is absolutely on point as well. So Warpstar with a lot of work to do here, but great with an early point on the board there from Warpstar. 2 point lead though for the Boss as we come up on 20 seconds played. 3-1 to the Boss here. Warpstar really need to get some focused fire in. Need to be really concentrate their fire, probably on one player at a time, just to try and take away their dodging options. Boss's manoeuvring around the court is excellent. But 3-1, that's a great scoreline at this stage. Really, really limiting the Boss's scoring opportunities. So great work there from Warpstar. 6-1 now. Warpstar still with 2 shields in the bag though. 2-6, 2-7, 20 seconds now. One shield remaining to Warpstar. And they've got another point scorer in there for them. Great work there for Warpstar at this stage. So 3-8 just waiting for court 1 to finish their prep and get underway. 3, 2, 1. Good performance there from Warpstar, but a dominating win there from the Boss on court 2, 3 points to 11. Here we go, court 1. So it'll be Techno Triple Threat coming up next on court 2. Techno on red, Triple Threat on blue.
Some more music in towards this course, just so it doesn't affect you.
2 points on the board early on there for T-Wolves, but a nice score there from Titans. 2 points apiece. Great work from Titans. Titans have been one of our up-and-coming teams. They've been performing fantastically over the course of this tournament and really starting to push the higher rank, more experienced teams like T-Wolves. This is another good example of it. So that 2 points apiece. T-Wolves digging deep though, pulling themselves out to a 4 point lead now over Titans. Great work there from Titans pulling that back. Just 2 points in it now, 5-7. T-Wolves really having to work here. Don't think they were expecting this performance from Titans. It's caught them definitely by surprise as they're working through. So it is Techno Triple Threat on court 1. Techno Triple Threat, court 1. Sorry, court 2.
And then
amazing performance from Titans here. T-Wolves digging in deep though, coming with a win, but a really good performance there from Titans. I should be very proud of that one against the much more experienced T-Wolves team. So coming up next we have Techno versus Triple Threat on court 2, Synergy versus Warpstar on court 1. Yeah, so Techno Triple Threat next, court 2, Synergy Warpstar, court 1.
are we going to buy? Yeah, only 3 points.
Then it will go to T-Wolves versus the Boss on court 2, No versus Triple Threat on court 1. So just getting the teams ready on both courts there. Hopefully we'll get that next court 2 game underway very soon. So with Techno on red and Triple Threat on blue. Right, so some really nice matches so far. Some really good performances from the teams. Obviously, the game outcomes pretty much ending where we expect between the more experienced and the less experienced teams. But the less experienced teams putting on an awful lot more points on the board than we would otherwise have expected there from them. So really good performance from them on those. So focus us back to the double up, see how our courts are progressing. So it looks like Court 2 is just getting ready here for that Techno Triple Threat game. And we have Synergy Warp Star next on Court 1. So next up after this will be T-Wolves Boss on Court 2 and No Triple Threat on Court 1.
So our game's next on against the boss?
Yes. So just went for our teams just to finish off their prep there. So both games like to get underway at pretty much the same time. So I said between the mismatched teams, what we'd expect so far, experience-wise for the outcomes. However, some very good performance from the less experienced teams in those pairings, and a lot more points being landed on their opponents than we would otherwise have thought they were going to. And it was that very tightly fought match between T-Wolves and Wolfpack, being won by Wolfpack in overtime. So those two very long-term rival teams, and with T-Wolves just having had the edge over the last few times they've encountered each other. So great play from them. And to Dan in chat, yes. He's got RGM Blaze have got Kangas with them again as well. But yes, other than that, there are new players, as is the REF tradition to constantly bring new players to every tournament. Here we go. So Court 1 is underway. So this is Synergy versus Warpstar. Synergy blue, Warpstar red. Synergy on the red side, wearing blue. Warpstar wearing red on the blue side. And Court 2 is now beginning as well, with Techno on red versus Triple Threat on blue. Early points on the board there for Synergy on Court 1. 3 points to nothing. Still looking for a score from Warpstar on Court 1. Nice opening play from both sides on Court 2. 1 point lead currently for Techno on Court 2. Warpstar with a point on the board here on Court 1, but Synergy very much in control of that game now. 7 points to 1. Techno and Triple Threat neck and neck on Court 2, 2 points apiece as they approach the halfway mark. 8-3 now, Court 1, 20 seconds remaining there. Looks like it's going to be a Synergy win. Let's see what Warpstar can manage to put a few more points on the board though before they hit time end. Techno on Court 2 now starting to extend their lead there. Starting to control the match there against Triple Threat. Great performance there from Warpstar though on Court 1 against the much more experienced Synergy. 8-5 though, win to Synergy. Techno with a controlling game there against Triple Threat, 10 points to 4. Some great performance on Court 2 there from Triple Threat, but the visiting team Techno dominating that really throughout. Each time Triple Threat managed to fight back, Techno just pushed the game further out of their range. So 10 points to 4 there, win for Techno. So next up is T-Wolves Boss Court 2 and No Triple Threat Court 1. So T-Wolves Boss Court 1, No Triple Threat Court 2. Okay, so So I said, Matt said a couple of times, so we've got no triple threat on court 1 and T-Wolves Boss on court 2 as our next games.
No triple threat.
As I said, we had to jury-rig the timetable a little bit, so there's a little bit of confusion between some of the teams about where they ought to be at the moment. We're just trying to get that sorted out. Because our original timetable day was built for 9 teams, and we now have 11, which is an extra 18 matches. And so we've had to sort of jury things around a bit, just try and keep the timetable running for where we're at. So, 18 matches, 19 matches, sorry. But either way, it's a lot of extra matches, hence why we're now running on the 2 courts rather than a single court. It's meant that the orientation of the match is a little bit confusing, so we're just trying to keep that as tight as we can. So coming up next, we said though, on court 1, on the Midlands court, is no and triple threat, and on the visitors court we have T-Wolves versus the Boss. So I know T-Wolves definitely looking to see if they can land some decent, get a decent result against the Boss. I know they'd very much like to try and get something in there. So let's see how they do. However, that is not T-Wolves or the Boss. That is Techno and Titans on court 2. Okay then. So we'll just jump that out of sequence slightly, but it's all good. We can cope with these things. We're professionals and everything. Techno and Titans just starting now on court 2. With no triple threat, getting ready on court 1. Early points on the board there for Techno against Titans. 3 points, nothing at this stage. Titans just getting their first couple points on the board. Nice play from them there, pulling that back. So Titans did very well against their first set of experienced opponents. Techno again, slightly more experienced team than Titans. So odds are in their favour on this one. Let's see what Titans can do though. 7-3 is not bad going. And we're just kicking off here on court 1 with no on the red versus triple threat on blue. 8-5 currently there for 9-6 now for Techno Titans. Great work from Titans there. Really pushing the Team Techno on court 2. Couple points early on the board there from triple threat. 2-1 lead over No. No are a much higher ranked team than triple threat, so that was fantastic work for them. Techno really starting to push ahead on court 2, but Titans giving it their all and constantly fighting back there on court 2, so great work from them. 3 points apiece though here on court 1 at the halfway mark. Fantastic work there from triple threat against the higher ranked team No. 16-10 finish there on court 2, so a loss for Titans, but a great performance for them against Techno. Triple threat there, 7-4 down now. Just over 10 seconds left, 8-4 now. Techno really starting to open up that, Team No starting to open up that gap there. It was neck and neck for the first half, but Team No really sort of digging in for the second half of the game there and pushing that out of reach of triple threat. So should now be seeing how we're doing on our courts. So just waiting for the teams to loop around for our next setups. So it should now be No versus RGN on court 1. So we should have T-Wolves Boss court 1, which we skipped it. We should have No RGN on court 2. On court 1 here. No RGN here on court 1. T-Wolves Boss on court 2. Yeah, Team No are on a back-to-back on here. So it should be No versus RGN Blades on court 1. T-Wolves versus Boss on court 2. We're just getting our So the slightly jury timetable causing some problems, but we'll get with it. It'll all be good. We've had some great matches there. Said in the mismatched games between experience levels, we're getting the results we want, but the underdog teams performing phenomenally well and really pushing their more experienced counterparts. So really great things from them. Now, obviously, as you've seen as you go through the series, if you've been watching the season so far, those underdog teams are really improving tournament on tournament, and they're constantly closing that gap on the more experienced teams. So it's only a matter of time until they manage to flip that around and start taking games away from them. It's going to be amazing to see that when it happens, and be a real testament to hard work they've been doing on trying to close that gap on those more experienced teams. So coming up now, we should have T-Wolves Boss on court 1 and no RGN here. Sorry, on court 2 and no RGN on court 1. I can even see the time zone. I'm getting confused. So we will be getting things up and running for you very soon. So, yep, that is T-Wolves Boss getting ready there on court 2. No RGN here on court 1. So Team No are on the red side, RGN Blades on blue on court 1 with the grey floor, and T-Wolves in red, Boss in blue on court 2, which is with the black flooring. Okay, so following on after this, we should then have Boss versus Synergy on court 2 and Triple Threat versus Wolfpack on court 1. Okay, so just waiting for final logins there on the court side. Okay, we are up and running now on court 1. 0-0, 10 seconds played. Seconds. First points. 2 points on the board here now for Team No. 3 points now against RGN. RGN looking for their first score. Two points on the board now for RGN. 3 points at the halfway mark. Fighting back well against Team No here. RGN looking for their first match winner of this tournament. 5-3 though to Team No. 30 seconds played. 5-4, RGN fighting back well. 20 seconds remaining. 6-5, RGN really fighting hard here against Team No. 10 seconds remaining now. Can RGN get that first match win? Can they flip this scoreline? 6-all, 5 seconds. 7-6 to flip 7-7. Are we going to overtime? And we're going to overtime on court 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. RGN Blades going for that, trying to get that first game win. RGN get it, 7 points to 8 in overtime. That's court 1 off. Is off to a fast start as well. T-Wolves 2 points down after 20 seconds played. T-Wolves looking to get that first point on the board. And they've got it 2-1 now against the Boss. Can T-Wolves get an upset in here? and managed to take a game off the boss.
There's no excuse.
So it is 3-1 here. 30 seconds remaining. Can T-Wolves get some more points on the board here? 4-1 now to the boss. T-Wolves digging in deep, but that firepower of the boss is really, really concentrated, giving them no time to go, get their strategies together. And the boss evasion work on that back line there, absolutely on point, just shifting the way around that fire from T-Wolves constantly. Set another point on the board for T-Wolves, but too little too late, unfortunately, and that's a win for the boss, 2 points to 6. So next up we have Boss versus Synergy on court 2 and Triple Threat versus Wolfpack on court 1. So a couple of surprise results coming out the early stages there. That overtime win Wolfpack against T-Wolves and the overtime win there between RGN and Team No. So some real nice tight games coming through. We said even in the games with a bit of mismatch to them in terms of experience, we're seeing some really, really nice gameplay coming through and a lot more points being scored by the lower rated teams against their more experienced counterparts. So very, very good to see that coming through, and great to see that sort of step up in ability from RGN. They've been generally, I suppose, down players and having to work with a lot of new players across the games. So it's the first time we've actually had some of their more experienced team members on. So we've got Shields there coming in on Triple Threat. Wolfpack having gone for firepower and technician builds. So they should be able to deal with those shields pretty effectively there. Both teams looking for that first score. 20 seconds played. Despite Wolfpack are the more experienced team, they've not been performing well against either Triple Threat or Warp Star, who are their newer rivals here from the Coventry Arena in the last few matches. So it'll be interesting to see what they're going to do here. First point is currently 1 point all at the halfway mark. 2-1, 3-1. Wolfpack just starting to edge ahead here, but still plenty of time for Triple Threat to stage a comeback and see if they can do what they can do. 3-6, 4-6. Triple Threat trying to close that gap down. – 15 seconds. 5 seconds. This is going to be a win for Wolfpack. 5-9. Great work from both teams. And a good result there for Wolfpack. Okay, so just waiting on court 2 to be good and ready, which is the Boss versus Synergy. Next up on court 1 will be Titans versus Warp Star. Titans red, Warp Star blue is the next game on court 1.
Next up, Titans and Warp Star.
So again, very, very good play from both sides there on that court 1 game. So court 2 with Synergy and the Boss is just about ready to go. So let's pull ourselves across. Titans red, Warp Star blue. Court 1.
Yes. Paralympic team right here. All broken. It's not even a joke. Just do it. Imagine this in the Paralympics. It'd be awesome.
Discussion we're having slightly off on mic, but there you go, bring it around. So we have had a full Para HADO Championship already.
Have we?
Yeah. It was at the NEC. It was won by the team from Blesma.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
so the military victory limitless charity team, but really close fought tournament there. That was really good, and definitely want to have some more of those on there. We're also trying to pull teams together at the moment to start off a HADO Masters League, which
For the older people.
for the older people. I'm already in. Yep, got to be over the age of 35.
Yeah, I'll be the fittest one there.
Yep. So basically,
Yeah, not even halfway there.
but no, we've got a lot of teams ready for that one. But here we go. Court 2's kicked off. I ought to be commentating on this, not discussing other things. So 3-1 currently to the boss. Can Sinji try and pull this back?
Alright, put it. Right. Are you playing next, are you? Yeah. Right.
3-2 to Sinji. Great work from them at the halfway mark. Just needed to land one more point. 3-all. Sinji've pulled it back. 4-3 now. That's the boss. Boss edging ahead again. Sinji still playing chase. Bad shield placement there from the boss. Could that be enough? 20 seconds here. 5-3 now. Sinji needing 2 points. 5-4. This is going to go absolutely down to the wire. 15 seconds here. It's the point where we see the boss are likely to really step up the pace. Sinji having to counterattack straight into it now to try and slow them down. 6-5. 5 seconds. Can Sinji take the game? Or is it going to be another boss win here? 3-2, 1. Oh, so close. Excellent performance from both teams there. Phenomenal game. 6-5. Well played to both teams there. Okay, and court 1. Titans versus Warpstar. So next up on court 2 is going to be T-Wolves versus IDK. Two points early on the board there for Titans against Warpstar. Warpstar firing back, now 3-2, points both sides there. Nice quick play from the teams. Good aggressive play from Titans on the front line. Warpstar really getting pushed back here. 5-2 now to Titans. Warpstar with a lot of work here to try and pull this back. 6-3. Titans maintain that 3-point lead. Titans, Warpstar trying to fight back into this. Great work there. 6-5, just past the halfway mark. Can they get this back control of this game and flip that scoreline? 30 seconds. 2-point lead to Titans now. Warpstar pulling it back to just that single pointer again. Absolutely anyone's game here as we're running into the final 20 seconds. Really great play from both sides there. 8-7. Still, it's going absolutely point for point here. 10 seconds remaining now. 9-7. Titans just give themselves that tiny bit of breathing space. Is it going to be enough? 10-7. That could be it. 3, 2, 1. Titans take it. 10 points to 7 against Warpstar. So next up on court 2 is T-Wolves versus IDK. Next up on court 1 will be Triple Threat versus Synergy. Triple Threat Synergy court 1, T-Wolves IDK court 2.
We're not playing for ages.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of games. So, discussing there on the upcoming games. So, T-Wolves IDK are just getting ready now on court 2, and then we have Triple Threat versus Synergy here on court 1. Should be followed by IDK Techno on court 2 and Wolfpack Titans on court 1. So, yep. Okay, so our team's just getting themselves rigged and ready there. Really great performances in these matches. Some very close games. The Boss Synergy game there, that absolutely down to the wire. Really good performance from there. Yeah. Just waiting for the T-Wolves and IDK just get themselves registered and ready to go. So they'll be up next. Triple Threat and Synergy just getting themselves good to go on court 1. So we're pretty much good to go there on court 2. Let's see what T-Wolves can do against IDK. Obviously, expectation is this is an IDK game, but instead we've seen some of the teams here doing putting significantly more points on the board against their more experienced counterparts than we'd expect them to. Let's see if T-Wolves can follow the trend. See what they can achieve here against IDK. 2 points to nothing at the moment, 20 seconds played for IDK. 3-0 now. T-Wolves looking to try and get that first point on the board. Fantastic dodging and evasion work there from IDK. Some really great stuff there from T-Wolves on the front line as well. Yeah. 4-1, first point on the board there for, 6-1, first point on the board there for T-Wolves, and a second point. Great work there from T-Wolves. When you're playing against a much more experienced team like IDK, it's not about whether you're going to win or not, it's about what can you achieve, what can you get on your side of the scoreline. And great work so far from T-Wolves. How much you've got to make that more experienced team work to earn their points as well. And there's been some beautiful evasion work, motion movement from T-Wolves, really forcing IDK to have to work here to get those points. Coming to the final few seconds there. And it's an IDK win, but very, very good play from T-Wolves there. 2 good points on the board from them, but fantastic evasion and dodging work from them. Really, really forcing IDK to have to up the game to land those hits. So, Triple Threat Synergy on court 1, just getting ready now, and it is IDK staying on to face off against Techno on court 2. So, Triple Threat and Synergy pretty much ready to go by the looks of things. Okay, here we go. Triple Threat red, Synergy on blue. Good set of focus fire coming in there. From Triple Threat. 2 points to 1. Synergy only just with a slight lead here. Really, really good work from Triple Threat. Can they keep this pressure up on Synergy? 3-1, Synergy just edging ahead now. Still very much within striking distance though for Triple Threat. Can they keep this pressure going? Synergy now at 4-1. 4-2 now for Triple Threat. Good work at the halfway mark there. 3-point lead back there. 4-point lead now for Synergy. Triple Threat really needs to step this up here. Synergy starting to move this game out of their reach, but Triple Threat fighting back well. 3-7. 3-9. 20 seconds remaining. So it's looking like it's going to be a Synergy win, but how much can Triple Threat force them to work for it, and can they land a few more points in there? Great play though there from Triple Threat, but a controlling win for Synergy, 4 points to 14. Okay, so just getting ready now for IDK Techno on court 2. So IDK Techno starting off from there, and it is Wolfpack Titans as the next game here on court 1. So IDK Techno, Wolfpack Titans, then T-Wolves versus No. So next match on court 1 is Wolfpack Red, Titans Blue. And then T-Wolves Red, No Blue as the match after this. So IDK versus Techno here. So there's two visitor teams facing off against each other on court 2. Just get themselves rigged and ready to go. Wolfpack versus Titans, just get themselves prepped and ready on court 1. So, first quick point on the board there from IDK against Techno. Another quick 2-point scores. Techno falls back straight back onto the back wall. They've gone for a heavy shield build here, but those shields are putting way too far back to really give them a benefit. You need to move them forwards, and if the whole team hides behind the shield, by default you just attract all of the firepower from the opposing team, and your shields just get ripped through. So poor placement, unfortunately, there from Techno on their team on their shield positions. Need to move those further forward if they're going to benefit from them. And all huddled behind them is doing them no good at all there. 40 seconds played, so it's 7-0 currently to IDK. Now Techno are a good team. If you've seen any of their matches so far today, you know they are very capable. What this does is for the other teams that have managed to land several points against IDK, it gives you a good perspective of just how good those teams are to have landed those hits. 20 seconds remaining here. Absolute dominating performance currently from IDK against Techno. 15 seconds now, 13-0. Techno still looking for their first point on the board here. IDK just kind of hunting around the pitch at this point, unfortunately. 3 seconds remaining. 2, 1. 16 points to nothing, IDK versus Techno. So, court 1 is just getting ready to go here, which is Wolfpack versus Titans. Next up on court 2 will be Synergy Techno. So it is Wolfpack Titans just getting ready here on court 1. Next up on court 2 is Synergy versus Techno. Synergy Techno next on court 2. Yep. Wolfpack Titans just about to start here on court 1. Followed by T-Wolves No on court 1.
Then you'll have No in Titans. No, you'll have RGN and Warpstar?
Yeah.
Oh, no, you'll have...
Yeah. So it's there, and then there, and then there. So, but you're here, Synergy Techno, and then that will jump to Boss Techno.
So next one here is RGN and Warpstar.
T-Wolves No. Yeah. Oh, no. Wolfpack Titans just starting.
And then...
T-Wolves No, then RG and Warpstar. But yeah, I need you. I need you go. I need you guys with Techno on court 2. Here we go. Wolfpack Titans. So Wolfpack have been playing very well so far today. Titans have also had some really good games. I don't know. Titans definitely see Wolfpack as one of their targets to beat to show their progression through the tournament scene here. So 1-0 currently to Wolfpack. Series of scores going in there from Wolfpack. 4-0 currently against Titans. Can Titans keep the focus and keep it together? 4-1. So we've seen Titans get knocked back several times in their games and perform some fantastic fight backs. See if they can dig deep and keep that spirit going here. 6-2 currently to Wolfpack. 7-3 now. Titans with a lot of work to do here. 8-3. 20 seconds remaining. It's like a controlling win here for Wolfpack. Titans, though, fighting right down to the wire. See if they can manage to get a few more points in. And that was a good performance from Titans there, but a controlling and deserved win there for Wolfpack overall, 12 points to 4. So very, very good performance there from Wolfpack. Red player 1 controlling across. Next up here on court 1 is T-Wolves versus No. And we have Synergy Techno about to begin on court 2. After T-Wolves No, it'll be RGN Warpstar on court 1. And just working my way through. Boss Techno on court 2. But court 2, here we go. So court 2, Synergy Red, Techno on blue. So the visitor teams definitely dominating so far. Let's see if Synergy can break the trend. So Techno going for a heavy shield build, very similar to what they tried against IDK. Shields getting cut through fairly rapidly. 0-0. It's the first point on the board there for Synergy. Techno down to their last shield now. I think that's their last shield, just gone up there. Currently holding 1-0 against Synergy. Well, Synergy with 1-0 against Techno, and that is all of Techno's shields gone before they've hit the halfway mark. So shields are a fantastic resource, but you've got to place them well, and you've got to space them out across the game if you're going to really get the benefit from them. 3-0 currently here to Synergy. Techno really forced back here against that back wall. So they just had a very dominating. IDK had a hugely controlling, dominating game against Techno in the last round. Synergy here, very much in the same mould. Controlling Techno in the court and cutting through their shields rapidly. So court 1's just beginning now as well. 8-0 win there for Synergy. This is T-Wolves versus No. Two very, very closely matched competitive Midlands teams here. 2 points apiece so far. Great work from both sides here. No edging ahead here. 2 point lead for No at the moment. T-Wolves digging deep though to pull that back. Single point lead now. 4-6, 5-6. 5-7. No holding on to that 2 point lead. T-Wolves desperately fighting to close that gap down. Pulled it back 7-7. Can they flip the scoreline? 20 seconds remaining here. No, constant just been edging out ahead of them. T-Wolves have flipped it. 8-7. 9-7 now. No, really on the back foot here. 10 seconds remaining. 9-8. Just 1 point in it. 5 seconds remaining. Absolutely down to the wire. 3, 2, 1, 9 or 10-9. Last absolute fraction of a second score there landing in from T-Wolves. Amazing game from those two teams. Fantastic gameplay. Awesome work both teams there. So next up on court 1 will be RGN Warpstar, and next up on court 2 will be Boss Techno. Boss Techno, court 2, RGN Warpstar, court 1. Amazing game there. Both teams absolutely neck and neck all the way through. So really, really good to see. RGN Warpstar, court 1, Boss Techno, court 2. So more amazing, and again, really good gameplay coming through there. That game there, T-Wolves versus No, absolutely down to the wire. Really good from both teams. Both teams have been putting a lot of training in recently, showing their performance there, and they're absolutely neck and neck. That, you know, last fraction of a second points going from both sides. It looked like No were going to take that through to overtime, but that's it. Literally must have been the last like half second, quarter second of the game as the clock ticked over from 79 to 80. That score going in from T-Wolves just to clip the game by a single point and take it away from Team No. So really good performance from both teams there. Both teams, as I said, really highlighting the amount of work and effort they've been doing during their training to get themselves to this point. Next up, we will be having on Court 1. We've got RGN Blades and Warpstar getting ready. And on Court 2 should be Boss and Techno. So teams just getting themselves prepped and ready there. So just waiting for the last performance. I think we're good here on Court 1. Here we go. So RGN Blades versus Warpstar. Just about to start here on Court 1. So next on Court 1 after this we have No versus Titans. And the current game getting ready on Court 2 is Boss Techno. So RGN Warpstar currently playing. First point on the board there to Warpstar. RGN answering back straight away. 2-1 to Warpstar. RGN need to get this scoreline flipped. 2-all. They need to get the next point in to flip the scoreline, or Warpstar going to edge away from them again. Great timing on that Warpstar shield there. And Warpstar pushed the scoreline out again. 40 seconds played now. Warpstar just in the lead. RGN pulled it level again. Can they flip it this time? And they have 4-3 now. 5-3. RGN now the 2-point lead, just starting to push it clear slightly. (5-3). 5-4. Warpstar fighting back now. Can they pull this back to level? 10 seconds remaining here. 5 seconds, just 1 point in it. 3, 2, 1. RGN just managed to take it there by a single point. 5 points to 4. Great performance from Warpstar though. But really good to see RGN starting to return to some of their original form. So next up we have No versus Titans here on Court 1. Boss versus Techno on Court 2.
No and Titans.
No Titans.
Yep, they're on the line. Right.
So just getting ready there on Court 2 now for Boss versus Techno. Just two of the visitor teams facing off against each other. And Court 1's getting prepped up as well. So here we go. Court 2, Boss versus Techno. Boss on red, Techno blue. So Techno have got had a couple of blank sheet matches. Let's see if they can pull themselves back and get some points on the board this time around. First point on for Techno. 1-0 to Techno. 20 seconds played. Boss landing a hit back again. 2-1 now to the Boss. 3-1. Techno need to really just get aggressive here and play in. There's no point. You know, they've tried shield tactics in the last couple of rounds. It's really not worked for them. So going a lot more aggressive this time around. Boss edging the point score away from them, but Techno with points on the board though this time around. So much better performances than against either IDK or Synergy. 7-2 currently to the Boss. 8-2 now, 20 seconds remaining. their head movement and evasion work from the boss, though, just constantly thwarting Synergy's Techno's chances. But Techno doing really well here now. 9-5, 9-6. So managed to get a little bit of a rhythm, try to get a bit of prediction on those head flicks. Boss being a little half-hearted in them, but Techno definitely started to get the rhythm there on the dodging to get those points to land home. So 10-6 to the boss, but a great performance there from Techno. So next, getting ready here on court 1, we have No versus Titans. And the next game on court 2 will also be No versus Techno. But we have No versus Titans just about to start here on court 1. So some really, really good performances from ticking through so far from both teams. Here we go. So Team No on red, Titans on blue. So Titans definitely, pushing all the more experienced teams today. Let's see what they can do against Team No. Two points early on the board there for Team No. Titans with the response though, 2-1. Really frantic first 15 seconds. Can Titans get control of this game, or are No going to take it out of them? Great movement on the front line from Titans, but No hammering those shots home at this stage. Currently 5-1 to Team No. Titans in a lot of trouble here. Need to try and get some momentum going. 7-2. 8-4. Good fight back from Titans here. Can they keep this going? 30 seconds remaining. Can they try and get some momentum going and keep this going? 9-4, unfortunately, to No now. 10-4 to No. Titans put up a great fight here, but Team No's greater experience is definitely starting to tell at this stage. 15 seconds remaining. 10 seconds now. Titans fighting absolutely down to the wire here, but it is a Team No victory, 14 points to 7. So next up on court 1 is Synergy T-Wolves. Synergy T-Wolves next on court 1. Yep. Now on timetable it should be No versus Techno on court 2 next. Should be No versus Techno on court 2 as the next game.
What colour are we against Synergy?
Synergy red, T-Wolves blue. Okay, so Synergy T-Wolves getting prepped up here now on court 1. No and Techno on court 2. No, just going to take a couple of minutes breather there because they've just come straight out of the game before they're going against Techno on court 2. So teams just getting themselves prepped and ready there. So Synergy T-Wolves. So T-Wolves have been doing a huge amount of training recently, and Synergy have been their training partners for a lot of that. And there's been a lot of those training games that have gone absolutely down to the wire. So obviously you never quite pull all the stops out when you're in training, but it's going to be interesting to see where they go and what they do with this. T-Wolves definitely with the capacity to really pressure Synergy. So we'll see what they're capable of doing this time around. So both teams just getting themselves rigged and ready to go. So next up on court two, as soon as they're finished having a little bit of breather, will be No versus Techno, followed by Boss versus IDK. So that's the next two to come through on court 2. Here on court 1, we have Synergy versus T-Wolves just about to start, and that'll be followed by Warpstar versus Triple Threat. So this is definitely going to be an interesting match. Synergy still definitely the dominant team in the Midlands, but T-Wolves on what we've seen in training and performance up to here, I've got the most likely Midlands team to take the crown from them. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they can achieve today, and whether whether the hard work they've been putting in training is going to be enough to finally take the crown, Midlands crown from Synergy. Both teams fighting out at the moment. Synergy currently ranked number 1 in the UK. T-Wolves were ranked 2, which has been pushed down to rank 4 after the Brighton Championship, with both IDK and Boss moving up into tied second place nationally. So, but both teams here very, very much out for points, and also the bonus points that come for winning the tournament today. Okay, straight out. This is a speed game. Lots of speed, no shields. Oh, straight one bomb there from Synergy onto T-Wolves. 1 point lead for Synergy. 10 seconds played. Second point on the board for Synergy. T-Wolves really need to get some points on the board here. First point on for T-Wolves. Second point in for T-Wolves. 4-2. Synergy still holding on to a 3-point lead now. 5-2. T-Wolves getting really pushed back here. Need to get a lot more aggression from them. Great forward motion there from T-Wolves, putting the pressure in on Synergy, but unable to come away with the score. 30 seconds remaining. 6-2 now to Synergy. 7-2. T-Wolves need to get another point on the board here. Get some momentum going again. Get back into this game. Great motion on the front line there from both teams. 7-4. Double point score going in there from T-Wolves. 8-4. 5 seconds. It's going to be a Synergy win, but wow, T-Wolves made him work for it. Great play from both sides there. So next up on court 1 will be Warpstar versus Triple Threat. Warpstar, Triple Threat, next game, court 1. Okay, court 2's just getting themselves set and ready. So court 2, we have Team No versus Techno. Team No versus Techno, just about to get us going here on court 2. Team No on red, Techno on blue. Warpstar red, Triple Threat blue on court 1. Even off the first 10 seconds here. Techno have been, that's Team No, the first couple of points there against Techno. 3-0 now. 4-1, Techno are the first points on the board here. Techno starting to get a lot more aggressive here. Those early steel attacks from their earlier games seem to have been cast aside, and they're just going straight firepower. 6-1, that's come up on the halfway mark now. Team No very much in control of the game here. Techno trying to get themselves off that back wall and trying to get some momentum going. 7-2, it's another point on the board for Techno. 7-3, can they start to get anything rolling here? Great cross shots going in there from Team No. Techno players focusing much too heavily on their direct opponents, not watching for those cross shots coming in, and that's cost them dearly at this stage. 10-4. 11-4 now, 12-4, 13-4. Shots hammering in there from Team No. Techno really on the back foot here. So much better aggressive play from them, a lot more firepower than some of their previous games, but just not able to not watching for those cross shots and really paying the price for it there against Team No. So Warpstar triple threat just about to start off here on court 1, and that will then be followed by Titans RGN on court 1, and Boss IDK will be getting set up now for court 2. Okay, so moving across back to court 1. So court 1, Warpstar triple threat versus triple threat, two very evenly matched teams. So expect this one to be a really hard fought match. Teams just finish off getting the gear prepped. And next up, as we're on the big match of the tournament, between Boss and IDK on court 2. So just waiting for our last players to get themselves rigged and ready here on court 1. Okay, Boss IDK just starting to get themselves ready on court 2. We should be hopefully good to go any moment now here on court 1 with Warpstar versus Triple Threat. Here we go. Little bit shields from Warpstar on the red. See whether that's going to be enough to give them an edge here against Triple Threat. First points on the board there from Warpstar. Nice aggressive play from them coming forward on that front line. Central shield there just to try and cut down the options there from Triple Threat, but not doing Warpstar any favours. Triple Threat hammering 2 points home very quickly there. Warpstar having to work to regain their 2-point lead. Triple Threat answer back pretty much straight away. Warpstar just holding on to that lead now. Triple Threat desperately need to get some momentum going. Try and get themselves back up and level now with Warpstar. Great work here from Warpstar, really controlling the game. Good evasion on the front line there as well. Nice head motion to shift their targets out like that incoming fire. Triple Threat managed to land one more hit though, 20 seconds remaining. Huge amount of work for Triple Threat to do here. They've got to seriously get some momentum going if they're going to pull this back. Warpstar in a very controlling position going to the last 10 seconds. 8-5. Good shield time in there from Warpstar. That'll just stop any chance for Triple Threat comeback. 8-6. Great finish there from Triple Threat. They took every point in the final quarter of that game, but Warpstar just a too big a lead, and Triple Threat unable to close it down. So next up on court 1 will be Titans versus RGN. Titans red, RGN blue. And court 2 just about to get ready to start off now is Boss versus IDK, with Boss on red and IDK on blue. So just in final prep for the teams there on court 2. And it's court 1 will then be a back-to-back, so Titans versus RGN, followed by RGN versus Wolfpack. So it'll be a back-to-back for RGN Blades. So Titans versus RGN on court 1, followed by RGN Wolfpack. Boss IDK about to start on court 2, followed by then Warpstar versus IDK, then Okay, here we go. Court 2. Boss IDK. So, match between these guys in the last few tournaments have been incredibly close, with Boss managing to take the first ever tournament win away from IDK since they started competing in the UK 5 years ago. 3-0 currently now, though, to IDK. Boss looking for their first score. IDK with a real good momentum flowing here. Not letting Boss get into the game at this stage. Great groundwork from both sides. 4-1 at the halfway mark. Boss really looking to try and find those gaps in the IDK defence, and just IDK not giving any chances to get back into the game at this stage. Amazing evasion work from both sides. Both the groundwork, the head flicks, and the slides there as well. Really, really difficult targets being presented from both sides. IDK just that very slight edge though, just slowly edging ahead on the way on the points. 5 seconds remaining. 2, 1. It's a great match and a clean win there for IDK against the Boss. 2 points to 8. So it is Titans, RGN Blades, just getting ready now on court 1. Next up on court 2 will be Warpstar versus IDK. Warpstar, IDK will be next on court 2. Here we go. So, Titans red, RGN Blades blue. Both teams have put in some great performances today. 1 point apiece. 2-1 after 10 seconds. 3-1. Titans just need to get a little need to get a little bit of momentum going. 3-2. 3-all. RGN on a great great run here. Some nice groundwork from them as well. 4-3. RGN just heading ahead. Titans pulling it straight back though to level. Titans haven't managed to flip the scoreline there. 5-4. Titans have flipped it. 40 seconds remaining. 6-4. Really good groundwork from Titans there. Great performance from them dodging underneath that RDN firepower. 6-all though, RGN pulling it back. 7-6, RGN have flipped the scoreline now. 8-6. Titans really need to dig deep here. They've done it once, can they flip the scoreline again? 7-9 now to RGN Blades. 8-9. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 2 point lead to RGN Blades. 3 point lead. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Amazing game there. Flicking both sides multiple times. Great movement. Really good groundwork from Titans as well. But RGN taking 8 points to 11. A really good game from both sides. Okay, next up on court 1 is RGN Blades versus Wolfpack. RGN Wolfpack, and we have Warpstar IDK on court 2. Yeah, RGN Wolfpack.
Oh, I see how it is. Wear us out first. So, teams just getting themselves ready now on both courts. So, we go Warpstar red, IDK blue, getting ready on there on court 2. And we have RGN on for a back-to-back on court 1, about to face off against Wolfpack. So, RGN Wolfpack.
We're red.
And then Warpstar IDK. So, really good gameplay coming through from there. RGN Blades definitely showing a return to some of their historical form today, with some really good performances against the other Midlands teams. So really good to see that from them.
Be interested to see how they obviously factor once we get towards the end of the day. But the gameplay so far from them has been really, really good. But it looks like court 2 is pretty much good to go. So let's put ourselves back there. Sorry, I hadn't pulled off. So Warp Star Red and IDK Blue just about to get going there on court 2. RGN and Wolfpack getting themselves ready here on court 1. Okay, here we go. IDK versus Warpstar, just kicking off on court 2. Warpstar Red, IDK Blue. So obviously on expectation here is an IDK win, but let's see what Warpstar can do in terms of landing some points on them. Currently 1-0 to IDK, 2-0 now, but 20 seconds played and they've only managed to land 2 points. That's great work from Warpstar. See though if Warpstar can actually land some points here. And court 1 just kicking off as well. RGN Blades on red versus Wolfpack on blue. IDK currently controlling the game there on court 1, 6 points to nothing at the halfway. Court 2 with 6 points to nothing on the halfway mark. Court 1 currently 1 point to nothing in favour of Wolfpack. Eight nothing currently there for IDK on court 2. Warpstar looking to try and get a first point on the board, and they've got it there just before the 20-second mark. 3-all currently on court 2, 4-3 now. RGN Blades really heavily fighting back here against Wolfpack. Said RGN Blades really with a return to form in this tournament. 11-2 now there on court 2, 12-2. Really, really good work there from Warpstar getting those points in, but a controlling win there from IDK, 2 points to 14. 4-8 here currently on court 1. Wolfpack just starting to push this game away from RGN Blades, but RGN Blades do a great fight back there. 6-8 now, 20 seconds, 2 points in it, 3 points in it now. Wolfpack forcing them, RGN Blades away. Need to get that score in from that last one. 8-9, 9-all. Are RGN going to manage to flip this? 10-9. Last fraction of a second score in there from Wolfpack, 9 points to 10. 2-14 and 9-10. 2-14. 2-14.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There'll be us no next again.
Yes. Synergy no, court 1.
Team no and us.
Yep.
I figured out how to do it. I'm just going to have to chip away slowly.
Yeah.
It won't take me long. It's just I'll do it when I
Do
can.
it at the end, mate.
Yep. Hello.
So
Who's on court 2?
it should be RGN Boss, but they've just done 2 games back to back. This will be a third, so that's a little unfair.
RGN boss. Okay, what happened there?
Ganglish, we're on again.
Some trickery going on here.
So Synergy versus Team No are getting ready on court 1. Synergy Red, No Blue. RGN versus Boss on court 2. RGN having a bit of a battering of matches there, so we're going to try and get them cycled around, or give them a little bit of a break potentially before they go straight in. So here on court 1 is Synergy on red with No on blue. Again, No, one of the teams that's definitely been pressuring Synergy and chasing for their sort of crown for Midlands champions. And with all of these up and coming teams, it is only a matter of time. Purely saying on the basis that they're definitely training more than Synergy training, but the other guys are training more. So it's all the gap is definitely closing between the top teams here. So Synergy team No just about to get going on court 1, followed by RGN Boss on court 2. Then it'll be Techno versus T-Wolves on court 2. And Warpstar versus No on court 1. Okay guys, so here we go, court 1. This is Synergy on red versus Team No on blue. So Synergy is the more experienced team here, but No, along with T-Wolves, definitely successor teams who have been really pushing Synergy. 2 points to nothing over Synergy after the first 15 seconds. Team No looking for their first score. First point in there for Team No, 3-1 currently to Synergy. Lots of good communication both sides, great movement from both sides as well. 4-1 now Synergy, 4-2, 5-2. Points hammering both sides now, 5-3 at the halfway mark. No really putting some serious pressure here on Synergy, 5-4. Synergy pulling it back to a 2-point lead, 3-point lead now. Opening themselves a little bit of breathing space here against Team No. No really forced them to work here, which is fantastic to see. Can Team No get this together? 8-5. 20 seconds now. 9-5. 10-5. 10-6. Points hammering both sides, but Synergy constantly opening that gap. It's going to be too big a gap for No to close here in the last 5 seconds, but it's an amazing performance from them. 14-8. Great work there from Team No, but another good controlling win there from Synergy. So, RGN Blades versus the Boss, about to start on court 2. It'll be Warpstar versus No on court 1. Warpstar red, No blue.
No, you're on blue, and we need Warpstar.
So it looks like we're pretty much ready to go now on court 2 with RGN Blades versus the Boss.
Take him out.
Okay, just waiting for final moments there for everything to get ready on court 2. So, as I said, really good gameplay coming through there. Said the local teams that up and coming, they've been doing a lot of work. You can see that still not able to take Synergy's crown away from them as the Midlands champions, but they're getting closer and closer as we're going through these games, and really forcing Synergy to have to dig deep to stay on. But it looks like we've got RGN Blades versus the Boss just about to go now on court 2. Here we go. Game on. Said RGN been performing some great performances today, but as have the Boss. Historically, the Boss are the stronger of the two teams. Let's see what RGN Blades can do though. 3-1 currently to the Boss. 4-1. Can RGN manage to get some more points on the board here? Get a little bit of momentum going.
We just don't win a game at that point. It is just like a break. But apart from we're not having a break, we're just going to keep going. Which is why people...
5-point lead here, 6-point lead now to the boss, who's past the halfway mark.
They're allowed to have a break if they so choose.
30 seconds remaining. 8-2 to the boss. RGN really looking to try and get one more point on the board here. One of the RGN players there on scale 1, not the best choices here. The boss are hard enough to hit as it is. Scale 1 means you've got to land 4 hits. You've got to take out each marker individually. So 2 points. 3, 2, 1. That's a 2-point to 14 win there for the boss on court 2. Court 1 now just gone live. This is Warp Star on red versus No on blue. 2 points on the board early on there for Team No. Warp Star looking to get their first points. 3-1 now to Team No. Warp Star on the board. Can they start to get any momentum going here? 4-1. 5-1. No, really controlling the flow of this game. Warp Star needs something here to try and break the momentum for No and get themselves back into play here. 40 seconds remaining. 6-point lead here for Team No. Warp Star really struggling. 8-1. No, very, very much in control of the game at this stage. 9-2. Warp Star managed to get a 2nd point in, but No with a dominating 7-point lead here at the 22nd mark. Huge amount of work needed from Warp Star. Warp Star just getting chipped away again and again and again here. Not able to get into this game at all. No, controlling it start to finish there. Great attempt from Warp Star, but No absolutely controlled that game from start to finish. 2 points to 12.
Techno T-Wolves, Triple Threat IDK, Techno Wolfpack, they've got a lot of games.
Yep. So there's going to be a rematch on court 2 between RGN Blades and the boss. There was a fault on an RGN headset that about halfway through the game, so we'll have a rematch there between RGN and the boss. So I'm sure RGN will love, because that means they have done 4 games on the trot, but it'll be fine. Yeah, but working through, coming down towards the bottom of the list now. So, next up on court 1 is RGN Boss currently playing. That's T-Wolves versus Warp Star with the next game on court 1.
Warp Star.
Haven't got to that game yet. Currently got a replay of RGN Blades versus the boss going through on court 2 now due to headset error from the RGN team. That will followed by Techno versus T-Wolves on court 2. Then Triple Threat versus IDK. Then Techno versus Wolfpack as we go through on court 2. So court 2 is going to get busy for a little bit. So court 2 is going a little bit busy as we go through on those. But we'll have that RGN Boss rematch on court 2. So just getting geared up for. And we have T-Wolves versus Warp Star. Just getting themselves ready now on court 1 behind me. So I don't necessarily think the rematch on court 2 is going to alter the overall outcome of the match, but obviously One of the main point scorers from RGN Blades had a headset fault at the 42nd mark, and therefore there's a rematch of that game about to be played. So see how they do. Well, obviously it does make it 5 games on the run there for RGN. So see how well their military fitness is going to hold up after this. But they'll be hopefully up and ready very soon. Court 1 behind me. Looks like they're pretty much good to go. With T-Wolves on red versus Warpstar on blue.
I can stop at any point.
Looks like I've got a last element to sort out with one of the Warpstar players there. Just getting their headset in and ready. That's it. So all the players are now logged in and good to go on court 1. Here we go. Heavy shields from Warpstar, rank 4. Great little head flick there on the front edge, dodging that opening shot there from Warpstar. First point on the board for Warpstar. One point apiece. 20 seconds played. 2-1. Warpstar using that slightly stronger shield. They've been focusing on shield 3 so far, moving up to shield 4 for this game. T-Wolves have flipped the scoreline 3-2. 4-all now. Approaching the halfway mark. T-Wolves edging ahead again just by a single point though. Look at that response from Warpstar. Nice little spin there from Warpstar, but double point score there going in from T-Wolves, taking them up to a 3-point lead. Now 4-point lead, Warpstar in trouble. Can't let your opponents get to that 4 points. Warpstar really need to get some points on the board here and close that gap down fast. 15 seconds remaining, still a 4-point lead in place. 10 seconds now. 9-4. That's putting the game now out of Warpstar's reach. Great play from both teams. Really neck and neck for the first half, but dominating second half performance there from T-Wolves. Just absolutely grabbing control, holding up momentum for the whole second half of the match there. Taking that game 12 points to 4.
T-Wolves, Warpstar.
Okay, shift across now. We've got the replay in process now for RGN Blades versus the Boss. Currently 2-0 to the Boss.
The next game is RGN. Synergy Wolfpack.
7-0 currently to the Boss. You're up.
You're up next.
7-0 so far to the Boss.
I know, but I'll grab them in a minute.
RGN trying to get those first points on the board.
Blue.
15 seconds remaining. RGN still looking for that first score. I think RGN just stuck with the original result. 2 points in there, quick succession there from RGN. 3 seconds remaining. 2, 1. 2 points to 13 in favour of the Boss.
In theory, I've done it. I don't know. Everything else isn't rubbish. It's just I'm going to work through it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
2:13.
Yeah.
So Techno T-Wolves will be the next one on court 2. Techno T-Wolves on court 2. Synergy Wolfpack on court 1. So guys, quick replay then. That's been done now for RGN versus the Boss. Very similar result to the original game. So 2-13 there in favour of the Boss. Now, next up we have Techno versus T-Wolves. Going to be getting ready on court 2, and we have Synergy versus Wolfpack on court 1. So Synergy have held off so far very well against both No and T-Wolves, who are very much their challenger teams, but Wolfpack have been having a phenomenal run of matches so far today. So let's see whether they can be, once they take the chance to try and take that dominant position away from Synergy here in the Midlands. Said it is only a matter of time until the crown falls, whether it's today or in one of the upcoming tournaments. But let's see who can manage to take that from them. So obviously this season so far we've seen IDK lose their first tournament, and let's see if someone can finally take the positions away, that position away from Synergy here in the Midlands. Okay, so Synergy and Wolfpack there, just getting ready on court 1. Court 2, Techno and Wolfpack just getting themselves rigged and ready as well. So Synergy Wolfpack just about to start here on court 1, and we have Techno T-Wolves getting themselves ready on court 2. Here we go, game on. Straight firepower both sides. On court 1. Said Synergy managed to hold off the challenge from both Team No and T-Wolves. Let's see if Wolfpack can do any better here. First point on the board for Synergy. Still just 1 point on the board here. Great evasion work from both sides. 1 point apiece now. 2-1 to Synergy. Wolfpack needing that next score. Great evasion work from both sides here. Really holding the scoreline down. Synergy just starting to get a little bit of momentum going right at the halfway mark. Wolfpack need to get a couple more points on the board here if they're going to try and close this down at all. Great jumping and evasion work there from Synergy, but Wolfpack manages to catch him. 5-4 now. 6-4, 6-5, 20-second race, 6-all. Wolfpack have pulled it even. 7-6, they've flipped the scoreline. 15 seconds remaining. 7-all, 8-7. Synergy manages to grab control of the game back though. 9-8, 9-all. 5 seconds. 4. 10-9 to 10-all. 2, 1. Going to overtime. And that is Techno T-Wolves just kicking off in the bottom right hand corner there. Overtime, this is literally anybody's. 11-10, Synergy take it in overtime. Just holding on to their crown there. 3-0 currently on court 2, Techno versus T-Wolves. So that was amazing work there on court 1 for Wolfpack. So close there to taking the Synergy's crown from them.
I see you feel like you're getting older as well.
5-4 now, 5-all here on court 2, 6-5. T-Wolves have flipped the scoreline from Techno. 6-6. Techno desperately trying to fight back now. 7-6. 8-6 to Techno. Can T-Wolves close this down? Techno now got 3-point lead. 9-7. Took them a long time to get that front line player. 9-all. Wolfpack have pulled it back. Can they flip it? 10-9. 10 seconds remaining. Can T-Wolves keep control of this, or are Techno going to fight back again? Scoreline's flipped twice so far. 10-all. 3 seconds. 2, 1. 11-10. T-Wolves take it in the last fraction of a second. 11 points to 10 against Techno.
Triple threat Titans. Triple threat Titans. So it would be nice to IGN. Ash. Triple threat IDK.
On court 2,
On court 2.
RGN triple threat, court 1.
I need to pull my glasses.
So that'll be difficult because triple threat can't be on both. So we're going to have to flip. We'll have to jump that one.
So if they play on the other court,
So it goes to T-Wolves RGN.
T-Wolves RGN. Yeah. What colour are we?
So triple threat IDK court 2 and T-Wolves. Yeah. Triple threat IDK court 2, T-Wolves RGN court 1. So some really, really good gameplay there. 2 phenomenal matches there. Techno T-Wolves absolutely down to the wire, as with the Synergy Wolfpack one. That was so close to Synergy finally losing their crown there. We said these the newer teams here in the Midlands absolutely on Synergy's heels. So no chance for them to, no option for them to get complacent in any way. So next up, we said we have Triple Threat versus IDK on court 2, and we have T-Wolves versus RGN Blades on court 1. Next up after this will be Techno versus Wolfpack on court 2, and RGN Blades versus Triple Threat on court 1. So that was a very close game. Literally taking it to overtime, mate. That could have gone either way. So close. Yeah, I do get a little bit biased to Wolfpack because 2 of the players, including Tom just there, are my sons. But that was an amazing performance from them. Teams now just getting ready now on courts 1 and 2 for these next matches. Working away through the timetable, and definitely starting to come in towards the final sections of it. So Triple Threat IDK on court 2, and T-Wolves versus RGN here on court 1. After these will be Techno Wolfpack on court 2, followed by RGN Blades Triple Threat on court 1. So let's see how they do. So I said, Techno performing well. Wolfpack though, really on a roll today. So close with that matchup there against Synergy. Let's see what they can all manage to do. Okay, looks like our teams are just getting themselves prepped and ready, get pretty close to being there. This is Triple Threat on court 2 versus IDK, Triple Threat on the red versus IDK on blue. And on court 1 we have T-Wolves on red getting ready against RGN on blue.
I don't know if this is correct. So
Here we go, guys. So, court 2. Triple threat on red, IDK on blue. Early points on the board there for IDK. Triple threat manages to clip away at some of the IDK life markers though, but not managing to land a clean hit yet. 4-0 here at the moment to IDK, 25 seconds played. Some nice motion movement from triple threat, not enough to hold off those shots from IDK. Triple threat have gone heavy shield usage, but they're just not able to get those shields up and into play. IDK spotting the moment every time an arm drops down and just focus firing into them to keep them locked out position. So shields are up for triple threat, but not sure if they can do anything with it. And court 1's now just starting off. T-Wolves versus RGN Blades. 14-0 currently on court 2. Triple threat haven't gone for those heavy duty shields, but unfortunately for them, IDK absolutely focusing their shield users. Every time they see an arm drop, just focus firing into them, keeping those players locked out of game and shields out of usage. So 17-0 there. IDK versus triple threat. 2-2 here. RGN versus T-Wolves. So we're saying it's huge return to form for the RGN team this tournament. Really great work from them. T-Wolves had some amazing games as well, so expecting this one to go down to the wire. 4-2 currently to T-Wolves. 30 seconds remaining. 6-3. 3 points in it, 20 seconds remaining. T-Wolves just with a decent lead here. 4 points now. Going to need something phenomenal from RGN to close this down. 5 points now under 10-second mark. It's going to be a T-Wolves win. Great groundwork and evasion from the T-Wolves team. 12 points to 6 there. T-Wolves versus RGN Blades. You're up against. So it's RGN versus Triple Threat. Triple Threat have just played on court 2, so you're both on back-to-backs.
we did 4 in a row. I found the thing. I just need to. I will fix it for you.
Okay, so just getting ready now to go into this next round of games. So it is Techno versus Wolfpack. We're going to be getting ready on court 2, and we have RGN Blades versus Triple Threat here on court 1. All right. Have these games up and running pretty soon. So following on after these, so it's Techno Wolfpack getting ready now on court 2, which will be followed by Boss versus Titans on court 2. Court 1 is RGN Blades versus Triple Threat, followed by Triple Threat versus Titans. So some really, really fantastic games so far. If you've been with us, if not, go back and check the stream as it goes. But it's been playing very, very cleanly. What we're checking. So next game for Titans is Court 2 versus the Boss. Immediately after Techno versus Wolfpack. So teams just cycling themselves around. So Wolfpack versus Techno just getting set up there on Court 2. RGM Blades versus Triple Threat getting set on Court 1. It's looking like Court 2 is likely to be up and running first. No, good. So, including our two games about to start, we have 15 games remaining in today's sequence. So, absolutely flying through them so far.
Hello. Do you have a question or do you need anything? I just wanted to see who you will find out in about 5 seconds.
Okay, so very, very close now. Let's see who's going to be up and running first. Here we go. Court 1's kicking off first. So, RGM Blades, red, Triple Threat, blue. 5-1. RGM with a really good strong start here against Triple Threat. Can Triple Threat fight their way back into this game? And Court 2 is just starting as well. So this is Wolfpack on red and Techno on blue on Court 2. Controlling performance currently on Court 1, 7 points to 3, 8 points to 3 now in favour of RGM Blades. Wolfpack with the first points on the board against Techno. Techno answering back though, so it's currently 2-1 there on Court 1. On Court 2. 9-4 up there with 15 seconds remaining on Court 1 with RGM Blades versus Triple Threat. Wolfpack currently controlling on Court 2, 7 points to 2 there against Techno. Great groundwork on the front line there from Wolfpack. That finishes 13 points to 5 there on Court 1. RGN Blades versus Triple Threat, 13-5. Wolfpack currently very much in control here on Court 2. 30 seconds played, 11 points to 4 for Wolfpack. Great one-shot takedown there.
Yeah. Which Triple Threat.
14-7. Very, very controlling performance here from Wolfpack against Titans. Some great work from both sides, but definitely the groundwork we're starting to see and low play from Wolfpack giving them the edge. 17 points to 8. 17-8 in favour of Wolfpack.
Good. Thank you. My second time playing. I hope you played. I do. That's what you've got. Somebody just ran at me. You say you're going to the whole show? What? Padding into it.
So we have Boss Titans on Court 2. Yeah.
Wolfpack, no.
Okay, so we have two courts now, just getting ready to set up. So coming up. So it's Boss Titans getting ready now on court 2, and there'll be Wolfpack No on court 1. So Wolfpack Red and No Blue on court 1, and Boss Titans on court 2 with Boss on Red, Titans on Blue.
We over in the other court, are we? Yeah, you try RGM's playing.
So, okay, so teams on both courts getting themselves geared up and getting ready for these next matches. Down to about 13 games left to play. So, really working through them at a nice pace today. And so these are some fantastic shifts in gameplay. So next on court 1. So Wolfpack No, that's likely to be a really tough game. Both teams have been performing very well today. Boss Titans on court 2. You expect that one to be it's definitely in favour of the Boss, but Titans have been doing really well, so I don't think they're necessarily going to win it, but it'd be great to see what kind of performance they can put in against the Boss and what points they're able to put on the board.
Hello.
Get me shut down.
Okay, so our next two teams, next game's just in final stages, getting ready there. So both court 1 and court 2 are pretty much good to go.
Teams get ready.
So I'm going to be starting off on court 1 first. So here we go. So this is a big one. Wolfpack versus No. Wolfpack on red, No on blue. Very heavy rivalry between these two teams. No with the first points on the board there. 15 seconds played. Both teams staying on those back walls at the moment, looking for evasion and long range striking. Not a lot of cross shots coming through at the moment. Very much direct fire. 2-0 at the moment. 3-0. 3-1. Wolfpack with the first point in. Halfway mark, Wolfpack have pulled it back. It's just 1 point in it now. 3-all. They're equalled. Can they flip the scoreline? 4-3. 4-4. No answering straight away there. Flipping the line back again. 5-4 now. 6-4. Can T-Wolves pull this back in again? Or a No going to manage to push this out of range with them now? 7-5. 2 points still to Team No. 8-5. 3 points. Still holding that 3 points. 4 points now. 10 seconds remaining. This is very dangerous for Wolfpack. 5 point now for No. This is going to be a Team No win. Wolfpack have put a fantastic fight here, but Team No have come out the victors today. 6 points to 12 in favour of Team No. Court 2 has just begun. So we've got the Boss on red and Titans on blue. $3-0 currently to the Boss on court 2. 4-0. Titans looking to get a first point on the board here.
Triple threat, T-Wolves.
2 points on the board here for Titans. Yeah, right. It's 14-2, but Titans managed to get 2 points against the Boss. You know, that is good. Boss are an exceptional team, so landing those points by Titans there is phenomenal work for them. 5 seconds remaining now, 17-2. 18-2. 18-3, 19-3. Great final score there. Each one of the Titans players managed to land a point. Great work from Titans there, but an absolutely dominating win though overall from the boss, 19 points to 3.
I don't know, you'll be called out in food when
Scoring 19-3. Boss Titans. 19-3.
Do you know how many wins you
no idea yet. You'll be told at the end. Because I don't know how many we got.
I think we got 9.
Okay, so
That's good.
flicking around now, so we have Triple Threat versus T-Wolves now getting ready on court 1. So coming to the last sort of, like I said, flurry of matches now, and so it's Triple Threat and T-Wolves getting ready there on court 1. So next up on court 2 will be once we check the data.
Oh, on court 2 will be us.
IDK Synergy.
I think.
That looks right. Good everything. So IDK Synergy next up on court 2. Yep. In fact, everyone who should be there, other than Ash, who's just here, is on court 2.
I'll be there in a minute. And then this pile is done. And then just got
Yep.
ranking to do. Right, that's done.
Okay.
I will continue my adventure in a minute.
Okay then, guys. So
No, like it was. No, I hardly said it before. Because I had it. It should still work. It should be fine even though it's not. It will still work. Don't worry.
So moving in now, so it is IDK Synergy on court 2, and it is Triple Threat and T-Wolves on court 1. All teams just getting themselves prepped and ready to go. So still to go in our sequences, we have Triple Threat and Titans still to face off against each other. IDK Titans, Triple Threat T-Wolves, Boss No, Wolfpack Warpstar, RGN Blades and IDK, Techno and RGN Blades, Wolfpack and Boss, IDK and Wolfpack, Titans and Synergy, and Triple Threat and the Boss. So some great matches still to come. Let's see how they're all going to do. So how we're going on court. Okay, folks, here we go. So, court 1's now good to go. This is Triple Threat on red versus T-Wolves on blue. First point on the board to T-Wolves. Good work from Triple Threat here, really holding T-Wolves off. 30 seconds played. 1 point apiece, 2-1 now to T-Wolves. 3-1. Nice bit of aggressive play from the T-Wolves there, securing themselves a point. 3-point lead to T-Wolves here now. Triple Threat needs to step this up. Good cross shot play there from T-Wolves, earning another couple of points. 7-1 now. Triple Threat with a huge amount of work to do here. 7-3. 8-3 though. T-Wolves with a commanding lead here in the final 15 seconds. 10 seconds remaining now. Triple Threat just not seem to get the momentum going. Another point scoring for Triple Threat, but too little too late. And that's a clean win there for T-Wolves, 4 points to 10. So it will be Triple Threat to stay on court. Triple Threat to stay on court versus Titans on blue.
Triple threat, stay on court. Stay on, yeah, we got the match.
Titans on blue. Okay, so court 2 just getting up and ready to go. So this is going to be IDK Synergy, IDK Red, Synergy Blue. So historically these have been IDK wins, but Synergy very, very much chasing for that win over IDK. Speed 5 across the board there from Synergy. IDK going to have to really work to keep themselves out of that firepower line, but low charge rates from Synergy, so going to see an awful lot more firepower coming from the IDK side. 2 points to nothing currently for IDK. Synergy really heavily focusing on speed. Means those things like those quick shields from IDK are going to cause them a lot of trouble because they haven't got the charge rate to punch the way through them. 4-0, 5-0 now for IDK at the halfway mark. Speed tactic has not seemed to pay off here for Synergy today. $7-0. First point on the board for Synergy. 7-1 now. 8-2, 20 seconds, 9-2. 9-3. Synergy start to fight back now, but there's way, way too many points on the board there by IDK. 9-4. Great work from Synergy, really digging in the last 5 seconds here. 10-5 win to IDK. Really great performance from Synergy, but IDK just never allowing them back into that game. Okay, so Triple Threats Titans just getting themselves ready here on court 1. Next up on court 2 will be Techno versus RGN Blades. Okay, so court 1 just waiting for final player on Titans, just to sort their equipment out. Okay, so here we go. This is Triple Threat Titans. We have Techno, RGN Blades now getting themselves ready over on court 2. Be IDK versus Titans on court 2 to follow on after this, and it will be Wolfpack versus Warpstar potentially here on court 2, on court 1, but we'll see how we go. So moving into the final sets of games here. Okay, first point, second point on the board there. Titans looking to get their first score. Triple Threat currently leading 3 points to nothing. First point on the board for Titans. Triple Threat really holding on to that back line. Titans at the moment playing a very straight on game, need to get a little bit more cross shot and angle on there. Triple Threat currently with that distance right on the back wall, just managed to evade that incoming fire from Titans very effectively. 9-3 for the moment. 10-3 now. Great double score in there from Titans, but they've got a lot of work to do here with 20 seconds left on the clock. Triple Threat in a very comfortable position at the moment with a 5-point lead. 10 seconds now. It's a great fight back from Titans, but Triple Threat didn't just build up too much momentum early in the game. Too big a distance for Titans to close that down, but great performance from both sides and a fantastic fight back from Titans there. 12 points to 8. Okay then, so now getting ready on, so court 2, Techno versus RGN Blades, just getting ready. So next up on court 1 should be Wolfpack versus Warpstar by the looks of it.
Right, next up is Wolfpack and Warpstar.
Here we go. So court 2 is just kicking off. So this is Techno on red, RGN Blades on blue.
Blue.
2-1 for Techno, 3-1 now for Techno versus RGN Blades. RGN starting to fight back now, but still 2-point lead to Techno. Halfway mark, Techno still maintaining that 2-point lead. Can RGN get that double score in and manage to close this down? huge amount of heavy fire coming from RGN Blades, but generally very slow shots, and Techno players manage to slide their way around them quite effectively. Techno now opens to a 3-point lead, 4-point lead. RGN in a lot of trouble here, coming into the final 10 seconds. (11-8), 5 seconds remaining. It's going to be a Techno win. 13 points to 8 for Techno versus RGN Blades. Just unfortunately, the shot speed there from RGN, bit bad tactical choice. Techno players able to sort of slip and slide their way around those shots very effectively. So, next up on court 2 will be IDK versus Titans. Okay, so court 1 pretty much ready to go by the looks of it. So this is Warpstar on red, Wolfpack on blue. Last couple of clashes here, Warpstar have taken the games against Wolfpack. Let's see what Wolfpack can do to try and if they can keep up their current successful form and manage to take this game. Okay, so IDK Titans just getting prepped on court 2. Court 1, we are pretty much good to go now. Here we go, Warpstar red versus Wolfpack blue. Looks like both teams going for firepower builds. So it's getting a lot of shots and a lot of motion here. Plenty of good communication going out from teams. First points on the board for Wolfpack. Warpstar shield bought them a little bit of time and a point. But or it's all the Warpstar players down to single section of their life markers remaining. So 2-1. That's the two. That's Warpstar trying to buy themselves a bit of time with the shields here. 2 points apiece now at the halfway mark. Single point lead now for Wolfpack. 3-all, Warpstar pulling it back again. That's the last of the Warpstar rank 3 shields just gone up. 4 points apiece here, 20 seconds remaining. 5-4, Wolfpack. 5-all, 6-all, 7-6, Warpstar. 5 seconds on the clock here. 7-all. Going to overtime. So Warpstar have been become a nemesis team for Wolfpack in their last couple of tournaments. Are Warpstar going to do it again, or can Wolfpack beat the trend? They do it. Wolfpack take it. 8 points to 7 in overtime. So here we go.
That was awesome. Now court 2. Titans Synergy, that should be the last of the Midlands games. After that, it's all Brighton games. Okay, 4-0. 5-0 now for IDK. Can Titans get a score here? Yes, they do. 6-1. Titans have got a point on the board. Can they do it again?
Yes. I need to get a ranking, please.
12-1, 13-1. Come on, Titans, get another point. Synergy absolutely controlling and dominating this. IDK absolutely controlling, dominating the game here. Second point in for Titans. Great work, Titans. I mean, it's an IDK win, but I'm going to cheer every point Titans manages to get here. So, for such a young team to score anything against IDK, and we've seen teams today that have managed to come away from 0 scores here. So, Titans, every point on the board for them here is a success. 25 points to 3. But 3 very well-deserved points for Titans there. But an absolutely dominating, controlling win there from IDK.
Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out 25-3.
Yep.
That's 3 bit.
IDK total.
This is the thing we're in here.
IDK total. 25 to 3.
Sorry, I'm having to copy column.
Yeah, well, you need to go on court.
Yeah, but Titans are on.
Yeah, Titans man just finished on it.
Yeah.
Should we pull some of the Brighton games across into court 1 now?
If you would like to.
Well, we're going to have to, aren't we? Because other than Titans versus Synergy. Okay, just getting to our final sets of matches now. So just shifting our teams around. So on court 2 we have Wolfpack versus the Boss, and on court 1 we have Titans versus Synergy. And this will be the last of the last of the Midlands team matchups. So Titans Synergy, Titans red, Synergy blue, and we have Wolfpack versus Boss. About to start on court 2, Wolfpack red, Boss on blue. And as this said, the Titans Synergy game will be the last of the Midlands games. So after that, we've still got some of the visitor games to play. We're going to shift some of those across into court 1 as well, just to bounce through the last sets of those. So but right for now, as I said, Wolfpack Boss on court 1 and Titans Synergy on court 2. Okay, so nearly ready now on our matches.
But eventually, I could actually see the RF being driving force in HADO.
And both games starting pretty much simultaneously there. So, court 2 in the bottom right there, Wolfpack versus the Boss. Court 1 top left, Titans versus Synergy. So, early points on the board there for Synergy on the top left. Wolfpack, Boss still 0-0, 56 played. Boss with the first point on the board now. Wolfpack trying to get there, open the score. First point on the board for Titans though, top left there against Synergy. Very low scoring game currently on Boss versus Wolfpack, bottom right there. Wolfpack with the first points on the board though, Boss with a 2-point lead, coming in on the halfway mark. Synergy currently dominating there against Titans top left with an 8-point lead. 3 points though from Titans against Synergy, which is great work from them. 2-4 currently in the bottom right there, Wolfpack versus Boss. 30 seconds remaining. Can Wolfpack manage to get those 2 points? Dangerous there. Boss now with a 3-point lead at the 20-second mark. 4-point lead. It looks like it's going to be a Boss game, bottom right. Top left, absolutely dominating performance there from Synergy, 20 points to 4. 10 seconds remaining. Great performance though from Wolfpack, bottom right. If you've seen any of the Boss games, holding the scoreline that low without use of shields, that's amazing work from Wolfpack.
And I'm on the 98 to 2002. They changed it again, didn't they, really quickly after.
Yeah, I remember when I first joined, they said, even though it's within mentions here, they said, there's no chance in hell you're going to offer me something that's better than me. And then a couple of years later, they said everyone's moved on to it. And then, obviously, the balance out.
So next up on court 2 is going to be Boss versus No. And on court 1 we're going to have IDK versus RGM Blades. Okay, so just starting to move the teams around there. Said phenomenal work there from Wolfpack, especially one of their players managed to go full match against the Boss without conceding a point. So excellent play from them. So coming into our final sets of matches now, we have the Boss going to be facing off against Team No on court 2, and on court 1 we'll have IDK facing off against Wolfpack. So these are some real... IDK versus RGM Blades. I'll get the names right eventually. It's all good. We're nearly there. Then after these we'll have IDK Wolfpack and Triple Threat versus the Boss. Okay, and that's court 2 just kicked off. First point on the board there for the Boss against Team No.
I'm going to come and do ranked function.
So we've got Boss now at the moment, and there'll be triple threat Boss on court 2, IDK Wolfpack after RGN. RGN just playing, so the IDK Wolfpack next. So three-point lead at the moment for the Boss, coming up towards the halfway mark. Team No looking to get another point on the board here. Team No fighting hard to try and get that next point. Great timing on that shield there from the Boss, denying that that cross shot coming in. 9-1 currently. 10-1. Commanding lead here from the Boss. No, really not managed to get any kind of momentum going this game at all. They've been doing so well this tournament, and they've just hit a brick wall here with the Boss. And that is game over. 2 points to 15. That is 2 points to Team No, 15 points to the Boss.
2.
Yep. So RGN IDK about to start on court 1. Then it would be triple threat Boss on court 2, IDK Wolfpack on court 1.
Can you get triple threat box on 2? No. Frantically trying to get this.
Okay, here we go. Let's get going on court 1. So RGN Blades versus IDK. Historically speaking, 2019 and 2020, these two were the finalist teams of the UK Championships. But RGN Blades has gone through multiple team variations and rebuilds since that point, and whereas IDK have stayed as a very focused and heavily trained team, so their positions relating to each other have evolved significantly since that point. I mean, it's great movement and work from RGN, desperately trying to limit the point scoring opportunities there for IDK, but IDK 5 points to nothing at the halfway mark. RGN really need to try and get a point on the board here. 7-0, 30 seconds. 7-1, RGN with the first point on the board. 20 seconds remaining. RGN look like starting to run out of steam a little here. 10 seconds remaining now. And a second point on for RGN. But again, dominating points there from IDK. 2 points to 16. Great work from both teams. So it should now be IDK Wolfpack here, triple threat Boss, and that should be it.
IDK, are you okay to stay on?
Yeah, they are. I mean,
IDK red.
Well, leave them on blue, it doesn't matter. They're already on blue.
80 metres. And then
Wolfpack. Okay, so so final two games of the pool. IDK Wolfpack and triple threat versus the Boss.
just go check. It should.
Court 2 up and running. 2-1 currently for the Boss. 3-1 now. Triple threat got a nice early point on the board there. I think Boss are now starting to fight back. Very, very effectively. 7-2 now for the 8-3. Triple threat now 3 points on the board, 4 points on the board, 5 points on the board. Boss may actually have to start trying to put some effort in here. Triple threat have been starting to close that gap down very effectively. 10-5 now, 30 seconds remaining.
11-5.
They might move around against these guys. Especially combat Paris. If you feel just
Right, Boss really opening up the scoreline now.
Struggling to get things to charge.
10 seconds remaining.
It's definitely something you want the headset to can practice with.
it's not that the movement's not the issue.
7 points to 18. Good work from Triple Threat there, but total control from the Boss throughout.
I said the last time I couldn't see it, everyone seemed up.
How did you find that?
Not if the RF will let me get in contact lenses.
Okay, so moving back onto court 1, this is our final game. IDK on red, Wolfpack on blue.
Good old NHS.
So, T-Wolves and Wolfpack are... Well, Wolfpack's currently joint 4th overall, and IDK are in joint 1st place. Now, IDK aren't in for bonus points, but Wolfpack are. First point on board for IDK. See what Wolfpack can do. Heavy shields there from IDK. 7-0 at the moment from IDK. Wolfpack really needs to get rid of those shields. Shields absolutely limiting Wolfpack here. Very good tactically from IDK. They've had a lot of matches. They're tired, even for IDK. Using those shields just to buy themselves some time, limit their energy usage. Great groundwork there from on the front line there for Tom. Really forced them to waste time and effort to get him. They got him in the end, but great evasion work for while it lasted. 10 seconds. Can Wolfpack get a score? They did. Wolfpack have got a score. (17-1). So great play from the teams there. Some truly, really fantastic games all the way through. Some real amazing performances from teams today. So we've had 11 teams competing today. So first place overall is IDK, followed by the Boss in second place, Synergy in third, joint fourth, Wolfpack and T-Wolves. However, when we get it joint, it then comes down to points scored, and Wolfpack have scored more points than T-Wolves, which means Wolfpack actually take the fourth place, pushing T-Wolves into fifth. Team No in sixth place, Techno in seventh. Do we have an eighth place? Oh, joint seventh between RGN Blades and Techno. Techno have scored 78 points though against RGN's 59, so Techno takes seventh place, RGN take eighth. Ninth place is a three-way tie between Titans, Warpstar and Triple Threat, with Titans 66 points scored, Warpstar 48 and Triple Threat 51. So Titans take 9th place, Triple Threat take 10th and Warpstar take 11th place. So phenomenal set of matches there all the way around. Really good performance from our teams. Now, because the visiting teams, IDK, Boss and Techno, do not count within the first, second, third place for the bonus points for this round, that means that our first place for bonus points is Synergy, second place for bonus points is Wolfpack, and third place for bonus points is T-Wolves. So we'll be updating all the national rankings for that later after this tournament, so you'll be able to see those on the website. Thank you very much for joining us, guys. Hope you've enjoyed the matches. They have been absolutely stunning today, and we will see you next time.